Mm, yes. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Ah. Alright. Looks like I'm live. I've already had another issue the last time. But anyway, finally on live. Guess it's time to get started. Yo-ho. Hello. Finally got back to being live. Mostly. Hmm. 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 Right. Hmm. Hmm. Hello. Hello. I'm live again, and I have a new home. Even though I've been trying to be live this time. Oh, hi. Okay. A lot of things have happened since then. And I guess that's kind of where my mood's been coming in. From all the things that's just been happening. Yeah. Yeah. It's another Friday afternoon on this end. And I decided to make this spot here my home. This little place here is my home right now. Oh, cool. Whoa. This is my little home, I'm gonna be staying here for a bit on the PK server, because this place is cool. This place ain't cool, it's pretty cool. And I think that's kind of why I'm here, I guess. So I'm gonna make a base this time. Before I get a couple more different thingy chests or whatever. Hmm. I guess my mood's kinda down right now. So more reasons than one. But I'm not gonna unnecessarily just stop having all the fun. Of course, the point of streaming and having fun is my mood just actually causes things just one. You know? Things are weird today. Things are really weird today. No, actually they're not weird. Things are familiar. To me at least, I guess. I keep going off to find some place of dreams. The further I go, the more difficult it seems. The more impossible it seems to be screaming. The more I just really can't do more than what is believed beyond seeming. And I guess that kind of has me internally screaming. All day and night. Because, honestly, there's not much more there to help me with my plight. Nope. Nothing I can do with this stuff tonight. Nope. Well, it was fun while it lasted. I'll give it that. I gotta get some things together before I head out. Yeah, I gotta get some things together before I head out. Because you see, I have a secret. I have a secret. I have a secret, a secret, a secret. But it's not really a secret. It's not really a secret at all. It's kinda something rather visually applicable in many senses. Maybe something more than that. But I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. Because I can kind of relatively see what's going on within myself more though, but not so much beyond. It's not easy. I don't get it. I don't quite get it. I do not quite get it at all. Therefore, I'm just... Hmm. I guess, at the very least, to say, I got some drama today. Which is, strangely a characteristic that I've taken upon. Not taken upon, but like just been forced upon me. Outside of my control, sort of thing. You know, that kind of thing. That kind of thing. Anyway, let me get back to my home. Because now, I can do this thingy here called home. Which I find quaint. It is very quaint. It is very, 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 very quaint. And I think I like it. It is something I think is very, very quaint. Very, very faint. Very, very... difficult to untaint. Very difficult to untaint. Just looking at my things allowed me to realize that I ain't got no cobblestone. Oh. 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 I just showed up one day and this thing was here. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. My computer. Oopsie daisy. This entire time I didn't even realize that my thing wasn't on the right spot. Or, I don't know. Let me see. So many more things and so many other difficulties. There we go. There we go. Thank you for hanging out with me in order to get that figured out, though. Mm. Mm. You see, I have this goal, this idea, this thing I'm trying to do. A goal that I'm working towards over time. And a goal that kinda isn't quite necessarily something that can only be achieved on my own alone, essentially, kind of thing. Sort of thing. Pardon me? The sort of goal I got is just to get somewhere. Join the Dream SMP. Or Dream Like SMP. So I can have, like, friends or whatever. And play with folks and do cool things. And I got to this SMP. This SMP, I think, is called the, oh, I just call it the Protopia Kingdom SMP because I don't know how else to say it. But that is this SMP, apparently. And it's public, and I think it's really neat. Then again, it's also very big. So, there's no one I know here. I don't know anybody here. Nope, nobody. I know nobody around here. And I doubt anybody knows me. Which is kind of a common thing. Yeah, very common thing to say. Very... thing. Ugh. Ugh. Jeez. I've already said 1,000 times before, but I guess it's kind of like no point in trying to be some sort of tease or whatever, although I'm not really teasing. I guess I'm just gonna be straight with it, I guess. Or try, because apparently whatever everything else that I've been trying to do isn't quite enough. My name... Wee. My name is Rena Mayhem. My name is also Toxic Mayhem. It's also a few other names. I have a few other different names. Many other different names. Many with many different aims and for many different games. In old ways. But those are still kind of my name. And... oh. And all those names, all those games, all those experiences that pertain to this experience that was just mine in more than names. It's just something that's like my whole aim and thing. It's just, this is like how I play the whole game, how I play many other games. So many different games. Many different names. So many different names. So many that still pertain that was which of me. And it's just been like that for a long time. Sorta. You see. As in, I played too many I only had role-playing games growing up, and I didn't get to play too many other games. And not until I kind of got relatively older and I started playing some other games or so that I had eventually gotten access to, sorta. From eventually gotten access to. Eventually. But like, it's always been like kind of one-on-one kind of thing. And I was kind of like that until I don't know. I got like my first like smartphone or something, and then I was able to like enter social media places and stuff like that. I think it's like as late as like 2006 or so. A long time ago for me because I was like a kid back then. I was like a kid back then. And I like to play games. I like to play games a lot. I play games. I played games a lot. But I didn't really have the whole thing of playing with other things going down. Things like the playing with other people kind of things. It just wasn't a thing for me. Because, like, for one thing, nobody liked me. Nobody liked me. Oh, there's a spider in the tree. Oh. But yeah, nobody liked me that much. Because of, like, a whole bunch of different reasons. But for one reason, well, it was just that one reason of just, like, I don't know, I was different. I'm different. I was just different from most people. That's just how it was. I don't know. I just didn't get along with them. I didn't think most kids were more mature. They wouldn't. I didn't think they were mature enough. Actually, they weren't mature enough to be able to accept someone who was different from them and had to go about things in different ways. So that kind of thing. That's how it was when I was a kid. Nobody could seem to figure out what was wrong with me or whatever. And it's just been like that. Except eventually, after a long time, things started to finally start to make sense, kind of. I feel like I actually started to like figure out how to like figure out what's going on and why everything is just so different or difficult or just all these different things for someone like me. And it's just like, oh, it's because I'm like, I had ADHD. I'm neurodivergent. Where would you just brain is structurally different, figuring on different things. Impulse control is that. What does that taste like? Does it taste good? That was it's just eventually I learned that, and I didn't like it at first, but I was kind of starting to accept it, sorta, because it was part of me, and it was just such a negative connotation. But like eventually, it kind of I don't know, I don't know. It just started to make sense. All of it started to really make sense. What I am. Oh hi, hey, you're on. Heyo, welcome to thank you for stopping by. I got a whole thing today. I got a whole deal today. You see, oh dear, why can't I get through here? The other finger thingies. Yeah, I have a whole tail today. Yes, yes. Cause reasons, and there's a spider in that tree, like that's right over there. I'm so glad it's the morning time, but I would kick you out. Cause I like to have string. I like to have string. I'm sorry, mate, but I like to have string. Can I have your string, please? Eh. Ooh, the hearts show up for whatever reason. Oh dear. On the Protopia SMT server. It's interesting, I think. Very interesting, I think. I don't know. I can't trust anything anymore, so I couldn't really tell. I barely ever trust anything. Oh yeah, gotta let you know today. I'm gonna have like a whole. I don't know how to do a whole like preemptive kind of warning thingy. But like, it's gonna be. I think it's just gonna be a bit of a downer. I think. I just want to let y'all know now because things are interesting right now. Thank you for stopping by though. I got things to do. I got things to say. Anyway. Oh. Got it. Anyway, I'm gonna just kind of keep kind of going from here because I have made this place my little home over here. And I'ma just kind of furbish it, I guess. Try to build it nice, maybe look at a couple tutorials, build it up nice, and just hang out here for a bit. Get the hang of how to play. And pray nobody comes by. Because I'm still not used to people being around here. Nope, still not used to the whole bunch of people thing. Oh, more folks. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear. I'm glad to have you here. Very glad that you stopped by to be here. Hey. Okay. Let's just kind of keep the work up on. Let's keep this work going. Hey. Yes. So as I was saying, people didn't like me that much. They still kind of don't like me because of like how different I was, and I didn't even understand what was going on. I still don't understand what's going on, but I still kind of. I guess I kind of get it. Kind of get something. I don't know. Sort of, not kind of, maybe, yes, no. I get myself sort of, but then again, I don't. I don't know. But like, growing up, I didn't have a lot to kind of go off though. Not much. And like, it was just really difficult, I guess. It was difficult in that kind of sense of like, not knowing how to be human, in a sense. But yeah, no, I figured something out, I guess. I'm still figuring something out, I guess. I'm figuring out a lot of things, I guess. I'm still just trying to make sense of all these things. It's still just a whole mess. But it's a bit more than just this guess, I guess. Why are you having like this? No. Ow. There we go. I'm getting a little bit better at Minecraft though, a little bit more practice. Trying to get a bit more packed down. Boy. Yes. But yeah, no, I'm feeling very down. I am feeling very down. For reasons that it's just like, oh, I've been here before. This isn't fun. So I'm probably gonna have to kind of point that out today, because I'm just like, oh, I was just so close and yet so far. Everything kind of came to fall. It isn't me. But anyway, gonna keep going, I guess. Hello, dear. Oh, sun and hippo coming on. I'm gonna head out soon. Cause there's still many places I can try to go. There's still many places I gotta try to figure out, though. Oh. It's just that right now it's just not going well at all. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. But anyway, back. Oh, egg. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Yes. So, back to, but not too far back because I don't have a lot of time, I guess. Yes, I don't have a lot of time. Things were a bit funny because of its technical issues that I do not know why they're starting up now. That just kind of added to the ruination of my current investigation. Protein station. Protein. uh, well, as I was saying anyway, I guess. Back then, I had gotten my first phone. Anya. Yeah, I feel that. I'd gotten like a first phone sometime in like end of middle school. first smartphone kind of thing going on. And I ran into social medias and stuff on like the phone thing. And I'm not really a social media person. I'm not a social person because social things in person weren't fun or all the time for me because nobody really liked me. And then other social things weren't all that, well, like familial stuff wasn't all that grand either. Oh, yeah. Oh, dear. Yeah. So it's just like, at some point, interesting. At some point, I just kind of ended up getting into like this one particular social media called like Google Plus and stuff. And that was like some weird kind of community thing. I got used to that thing real quick. I had over 1,000 followers at some point. Oh boy. I didn't ever expect for that kind of thing kind of happen. But that's kind of another point thing. There's a pig in here. There's a pig in this area. Why are you wandering around my place? Why are you wandering around my place? Well, oh, you're not too bad though. You can be here, I guess. But if you be here, I'm gonna hold on to you. Yeah. Yes. Pumpkin. What? Why? What? Did I touch it by accident? What is this? What is that? What? Oh, the tree. Oh, dear. Oh. Well, anyway. Let's go. So as I was saying, I was I was I got a new phone, got on social media, got on this place called Google Plus, sort of kind of got to know folks about there, and sort of kind of hung out around there, I guess. But like, there was this thing called like role playing and stuff, and to me, when I was young, I liked that concept because I like the idea of I like the idea of the person who's up inside my head, like the person I imagine like myself to be and do cool things with up inside my head that I always had for like since I was a kid and stuff. I like the idea of expressing that out towards others and kind of being cool and vibing with others, that kind of thing. And I really like that. And I was just so excited, but I realized that, if I were to do that, I probably have to like restrain part of myself, I guess. Restrain part of myself because people don't always seem to like how I be at times. I'm just like, okay. So I'm just gotta restrain. I had to restrain and like make a slightly different character that I had for like whatever reason for like role playing a Group Plus because I was just like, all this stuff is so new and so cool, and I think that's really neat. I think that's really neat, and that seems like a lot of fun. And I want to try. Like I want to play too. Like I want to play with others with this like whole character that I've made up, and then based off of character aspects I've been thinking about for such a long time and put together for myself. And basically it's just like all of like my ideas that I kind of come up on my own. And yeah, I was sort of doing that. I was sort of preparing to do that. I was sort of preparing to do that. The character I made up for myself was something based off the natural aspects and parts of me. that I thought of, that I put together, that I created for the variation that I created to exist on that specific style of platform. I put those things together on my own. I put all those ideas and that character together on my own. And nobody seemed to like that, I guess. Nobody seemed to like that at all. So I was just like, fine, whatever. But not really, because, like, apparently I couldn't do that kind of thing. I couldn't be fine. I couldn't be a whatever. It just wasn't it. It just wasn't it. But after such a long time of just having to feel so much for several tones of rejection for the character that I created, that I made up, that I thought of on my own and put together, and realized that, like, there's something weird about how people are responding to how I describe my character. Of course, I'm just like, yeah, I understand these ideas about, like, not overdoing it and stuff. Eventually, that kind of starts to figure out, make sense at some point. But, like, there was just an oddness to it. A whole sort of kind of like oddness, I guess. And not just that was just like, oh no, I'm not allowed to be like that? Why? What's wrong with that? And it was just kind of confusing. I faced a lot of situations where people refused to hang out with me or often got banned or kicked out of service because I wasn't allowed to be the way that I designed my characters. But I was just like, huh, that's strange. Because I know about characters, about flimsy ideas and incomplete stuff with characterizations and content and information. I know about that. I've read so many countless narratives and stories that I really like to hear and listen to. I read so much of that. There was so much of that I read and understood and learned about over time that I'm just like, I could already figure that out sort of already. No one else had to tell me, but no one else seemed to try to listen to me either. It was odd. It was really odd. And I guess then at some point, I sort of started to understand. I sort of started to really try to like learn what exactly was going on, sort of. You see, my character was like me. It was based off of me. Aspects of me about my character that I sure as heck know. Yeah, no, that's me. That's my character. That's how I thought about it. That's how it's kind of related to this reality that I've experienced and lived and put together to express. That is like, and not only that, it's just an expression of a character that has been expressed in other different forms from other people just as fine, just as much, just as often. And then I guess that's why I kind of realized that, like, it wasn't necessarily about it being me. It was because I'm black and I'm a woman, because people didn't like the idea of people like us having power. They didn't like the idea of us being strong or cool characters. They didn't like the idea of any concept of us being more than someone, more than them. And it took me so long to learn about that. It took so long. It just took so long to really try to really notice how, like, people were just really not liking me for being myself and being literally what I am. If anything, and this may kind of sound weird in concept, but I had to read about it first. There was this YouTube video that I ran across the other day about reactors from Korea reacting to, like, certain videos and content. A Korean grandmother reacting to videos and content about other countries and stuff. And I thought that was, like, really cute, and it was really neat. And I watched it because I liked that channel, and I watched some of the stuff. And they had this one about black women in, like, black hair. They had one about that, and I was just like, oh yeah. Because I remember there was, like, issues about black women having their hair the way that it was back in the old days. And I was just like, okay, and I watched it. I was watching it and stuff. I watched it, and then I really kind of, like, started to learn. I finally connected the pieces that's been just so off all the time. So often, just strange about it. It's the fact that they made laws. Folks made laws against black women having their hair in natural form. This was American laws. Laws that the U.S. did when they had all seven things going off, and I was just like, oh. Straight up actually made laws to control someone else's body and ideas and how they present themselves. They made us cut off and remove our hair because it made the white folks jealous. And I'm just like, oh, okay. I ain't surprised. I ain't surprised. That's a thing that just folks like that just tend to do a lot. So I was just like, huh. And then that's when I started really connecting the pieces. That's when I really started to connect all the pieces about what's going on. It's the fact that me, as a black person, as a woman, as anybody, even though you guys don't seem to understand it apparently or not, I create a powerful character. I create a powerful character. A well thought out, understood character. And I have that character now. I've always had that character. It's just been who they are and been who they were. And it didn't always go well at times. Oh, no. People just always had a whole issue with that. A whole issue with my character. And I was just like, huh. That's weird. Why? And it was because they wanted to have power and control over us in nearly every fashionable way possible. So they made us control our hair, the body, the way we wear our stuff, all of it. They did that to black folks. They made laws about that with black folks over and over for the longest time. And now it's just like, oh. And now the same thing happens. Even with, like, ideas of, like, different concepts, they're still doing the same thing. Trying to control me or coerce me to be a character that's just not them. A character that's not, like, more powerful or stronger than them. They wanted to have me under their control. And I was just like, oh. Okay. That's, like, not cool. I am allowed to have just as much power and ideology as anyone else, regardless. Yet people have no right to control me or my ideas. They have no right to restrain me or my ideas in order to make them feel better, make them feel more powerful. They have no right to demand or disapprove of what I think of just because it's stronger than them or it's a different idea than them they don't want to have. People are not allowed to do that to me. That's not allowed and that's not okay. And it's just like, huh, interesting. It was just like the entire time I was just like, oh, having to like suffer through several experiences of people rejecting me and my character over and over and over again. No matter how well thought out, well executed, no matter how much it is true to who I am and what it can be done, they just wanted to get rid of my character or get rid of me. I've gotten banned and had so many traumatic experiences of being removed from certain UE communities over and over, and it was never fair. It wasn't fair, and it wasn't right either. And I was just like, oh, haha, it's just happening again, I guess. It's just a whole another repeated sentence of just folks just never accepting the fact that we can just coexist side by side with the same abilities, but nope, they just have to just have their thumb over us all the time because they just feel jealous and envious that we just have bigger and different ideas from them. And that's not fair and that's not right. It never will be. And I was just like, huh. And I guess I'm bringing it up now because, well, for one thing, this is something I have to do with, like, in this community here. I thought I was going to be, well, actually, I didn't think of it because if anything, it's always an iffy statement every time. I never know when they're just going to be like, oh no, you can't do this, you can't be like that. They never really just like really consider that I'm just like, oh hey, I'm literally just being my own character right here. And they're just like, the moment I do that, they're just like, nope, you're too powerful. You have to be weaker for us. You're not allowed to be so strong. You're not allowed to be stronger than us. You're not allowed to have these ideas. You have to be weaker. You have to be under our control. You're not allowed to be like this. I'm just like, oh, okay, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. It never was cool. And I was just like, oh, they just gotta do that same kind of bull again. And for what reason? For no other reason than to have control. And I was just like, oh, wow. Wow. As if I hadn't heard it all before. Because I've been through this several times before. I've been through this several times before. I just finally recognized why it keeps happening. What's going on. It's because they couldn't control me. So let me just tell y'all now, but tell y'all folks now as well. My character, the one I have for the SMPs and traveling places, she pretty much is just like, sort of like, take it as like Joker with like several different masks, and with like Joker's mask and stuff, they could have all these different personas in addition to his own like whole other persona that he has for himself. That is pretty much my character, Marina Mayhem, with using the powers of one of their like main personas of ending up in different locations across different dimensions and interdimensional travel of and so on abilities. Not necessarily using it directly, but using it directly and indirectly. And that's her character. That's my character's abilities right now. That is their abilities. That's what they can do. That is their big thing that's part of them. That's their persona. And they have several other ones as well. There's a whole interconnected connections for them that I came up and thought of my own, of my ideas, of my creation, of my thoughts. My original content, my stories, my content. I thought of it all on my own. I didn't need no one to help me. I didn't have no lives or stories to be helping me. I had all that on my own for this whole entire time. And that's what I've been doing here. That's what I've been doing. That's what I've been searching for. People who are worth sharing those ideas with. The people who are worth hearing me out, and people who are worth the time and care that I take and have with these kinds of things. Because my character has the ability to utilize other abilities of the different personas. So one of my character's personas is an old summoner who, like, technically is also kind of dead right now because of similar reasons. Well, getting, like, kicked out and stuff. They're a summoner. They were able to summon characters from a different world, and they didn't lose that, they just kind of became like a ghost because they were killed essentially, or they died out because nobody could really accept them for who they are because of how slightly different they are. So that is like one of my characters, and it's one of my characters because that was me, and then they die, and apparently they're just basically like a ghost right now. So they just kind of be ghosting around, basically, pretty much. But they would be kind of like be able to come out with other folks and be able to come out at different times, depending on the situation, and overtake the main identity as they go through. So it's just like, that's just one of the characters I had that's interlinked and interconnected. But it's kind of funny because it's just like, when I had this character, that character is literally just based off several different aspects that are me. All of that is still me. All of that is still what my character and I are able to do. And I always find it so strange how people always wanted me to have the ideas to be like submitted to them. Like I have to sit my ideas down because they're not the same, or they're too strong, or they're just not. I had to watch someone tell me that my character is too unoriginal and too overpowered to the point where it's not going to be fun for anyone, where they're literally doing the same idea for their own thing going on in their own character. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense why he will try to control people all the time. It doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. I don't know why I have to be treated like I'm some sort of monster when I have the same idea in a different way from them. I'm not trying to harm no one. I'm literally just trying to make friends. I'm literally just trying to make friends. But if you're not going to give me the respect that I need as a person that I took the time to be, I took the time to express upon and work on the ideas that I gave to them, the ideas that I shared free of charge, the ideas I could give you guys the world. But you got to give me that respect. And if you don't give me that respect, then you're not worth any of my things. You're not worth any of my time. None of it. So I'm just like, yeah, because for some reason, every time I have this concept, you see, this specific character that I have right now, she's semi-immortal. She is semi-immortal. So that 3 things rule, she don't play by the rules because that's a different rule set, a different universe, a different idea that this one has. One that I worked on and came up with. One that I can transfer out and swap together depending on how situations go and conversate. But if you don't respect my character and their origin, you're not going to get any of this. You guys claim that you had a book first, but it's just like, the idea is not yours alone. You have no right to control anyone's ideas and what they choose to create. No one has the right to do that ever. But apparently they think they seem to be able to do that. So I'm just like, well then, that's messed up. Like, selfish, conceited, and not even, like, possible. Really? Because these ideas are mine that I took the time to share with y'all. These flowers are all the ones that I took the time to find and plant here, bit by bit. I planted all these flowers. I put together all these things. This portal up here, I did this. This base right here, I built this. It was a whole rush to get this thing put together. But I built it. These folks are worth none of it if they can't accept have me in the way that I am allowed to be. They're not worth it. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth the time, the care. It's not worth any of it. Because you can't just try to take from me what you only want and not allow me to be who I am allowed to be. You have no right to control how I have the character dynamics and aspects. I know that's self-control. I know that. But if you can't accept this difference and this separation from these ideas, then what's the point of me even considering even taking the time to do all this to any of y'all? There's no point. Therefore, I'm taking down all the things that I made because they ain't worth it. Some of these folks ain't worth it. And I mean, not all the folks are like this, but like, I'm about to say, if the main folks who try to take on my ideas that I gave to them, but still can't accept my character's ideas and then make an entire council see to make it round up more power and just tell the other person that no, you can't do that, then no, I'm not gonna be here for that. I'm not gonna be here to support y'all folks if you can't give me the respect and respect the character that I am and I need to be. That's just not gonna happen. All this time I took to build this stuff, all these ideas I gave to you guys free of charge, none of you are worth not none of y'all, but some of y'all are just not gonna be worth it. It's just not gonna be worth all the time and care I took in order to do that. It's just not. So I'm taking down my things that I built and I'm heading out. I'm heading out. You had a chance, you almost had the will, but then you just want to tell me that I can't be the character in the way that I am. You're literally doing the same stinking idea that someone else is already doing many times better than you could ever do. You have no right to control my ideas. You have no right to make me change my hair to make y'all feel better. To make it feel like you guys have more power than I do. You have no right to do that. And I'm not going to waste my time and be here for y'all to try and do that to me. I'm not going to waste my time with that. I'm not going to waste my time that I took on this time. I'm not going to waste that. The experience today had really fun. But like, if you can't let me be the person that I am, if you try to control and make me cut off my hair, make me cut away my ideas, make me cut away my things, then I'm just not going to be here to share with you this milk and honey that I have, because I know I have all this stuff could have had for you. I had so much, and it's just like, you just want to be like, oh no, you can't do this because whatever bullshit reason. That was bullshit. Make accounts against me and say, no, you can't have this. Do you have any idea how many times I've been traumatized by that? How many mental scars I've had because of that? That's terrifying for me. That's terrifying for folks like me who are trying their best to survive and make their own ideas and be out here, but you just like do the same bullshit thing that your ancestors have been doing for the entire time. It's like by oppressing ideas for the people that you guys don't agree with because they're different from you, because they're better than you, because they're bigger than you. Like, I don't want to say better, but I'm just like, if y'all think bigger is better, then you act like everything else is out that's being better, and I'm just like, yeah, no, but whatever. Anyway, I'm just like, y'all folks ain't worth it if you guys can't accept me and my character for what it is. You can't try to make things all about me, saying like, oh, nobody's gonna like your character. Nobody's like, honey, I already know what it's like to be disliked being who you are. I already know what it's like to be hated for just being born. I already know what that's like. I live that. Right here and now. That is my life regardless. But you can't tell me that I can't have my ideas in a way because it's like you guys just don't like how big it is. My character is that way because for folks like me, in places like these, we die all the time. We die all the time. We fall away all the time. Every single time. Every single time. In y'all movies, in y'all shows. We're just a small catch. And if I kind of go out there in this big old world with a character that can barely even put up a fight, because I barely know how to do this Minecraft stuff, I'm gonna die. It's just as simple as that. Both character-wise and like figuratively-wise. It's not fair of y'all. And you guys have no right to control how my ideas are. Because these are my ideas. You have no right to take from me what you already have taken enough, more than enough of from an entire generation of people. My character is representation of me trying to survive as who I am and show the world that we are allowed to be here. That's what my character is. That's just what it's been. And you guys can't have that if you're not going to let me be who I am. Be all that I am. Because there's nothing wrong with the way that I am. Sure, my character is pretty much immortal. Because, like, yeah, people like to kill us a lot. You should know that by now. They like to kill us, like, all the time. So, like, I'm just gonna make sure find ways to survive from that, because no one's gonna care about me when I die. I mean, there's gonna be people who care about me when I die. But for black folks like us, they kind of don't care. The big folks out there, they just don't care. Y'all the big folks, y'all don't actually care because you don't do the things that actually show that you do. You don't listen. And you don't try to understand. You just make up excuses. You run and hide and blame it on someone else. That's not okay. That's not cool. That's just messed up. Just because I don't want to have to be controlled by y'all doesn't mean I'm wrong. I don't exist to be controlled. I don't exist to submit to y'all. My character exists to survive and find people who actually care about someone like me and actually listen and actually accept all of my ideas and understand them. That is my goal. Be it at the Dream SMP, be it anywhere. I don't even know if the Dream SMP could do this. Also same thing, but as if they know any better. But you never know until you keep trying. I'm just going to have to keep going out there. I'm just going to have to keep trying. I'm going to have to keep going. Because I know there's some place out there that still exists. Some people who actually respect my ideas. Some people who actually take me in. You can't control me. That's the whole thing. You have no right to try to control me just because I exist differently and do these things differently for a reason. If you can't respect that, then you're not worth what I can bring you. None of y'all are worth what I can give y'all. Therefore, I'm just not going to waste my time here doing all these sorts of things. People who don't appreciate what they could have been. What they are. Y'all just ain't worth it. Y'all just ain't worth it. And I'm taking down my things I built for y'all too. I'm gonna make several safe places, and next thing you know, y'all just gonna be like, oh no, you can't do this with your character. This is my character and my idea. And I'm working with you to give you ideas
for free that helped get started. I'm the one who's streaming this place. The first person to stream this place, the first person to build all these things, the first person to give you the idea to start now, the person to do that idea, that was me. That was me. I was the one who said that. I was the one who took the time to stream here. I was the one who took the time to promote the content the most, as much as I can, and get people the word out as much as I can from my end. I did all of that. I did a lot of that. I did a lot of that. And then you have the nerve to tell me that I can't do it because my character has immortality potential. And then you try to tell me and control me by saying my character can't do any of these things. What the hell is wrong with y'all? No. No. Just no. I'm not going to stay here with people who aren't going to really appreciate what I thought to do and what I've been trying my best to do for so long, and what I've worked hard to be able to share with others. I'm not going to stay with people who are going to be like that. They're not worth it. It's not worth it at all. You call your somebody's rights. I've seen those stories 1,000 times already. Come up with something original. Actually original. Because I am original. Are you? Because this is exactly the same thing. I want to do something that's being liked, but make your own play. Make your own thing. I have my own thing already. I'm already there. I'm already prepared. I have those things already here. They are already here. What gives you the right to say that I can't do any of that? You have no right to control my ideas. You have no right, and you never will. I don't care if I can't be accepted. I'm just going to be who I am because that's what I am. This is just my hair. This is my natural character. It's the natural state. You can't try to make me write out my entire concept of how I get here with my character, because this is my narrative and my original content that I'm doing and promoting here as well as playing here. They're not even anything to hear me anyway. Trying to give me some load of bullshit about this stuff. Pardon my language. This is just the same sort of bullshit that your ancestors be pulling, and how you act like, oh no. You ignorantly pulling the same bullshit right now. You ignorantly pulling the same bullshit. It's the same exact bullshit your ancestors did. Same exact thing. You're not worth the time. You're not worth my effort. You're not worth the care that I could give to y'all. Or I already did. You're not worth it if you can't accept my character as it is. You are not worth it. And you cannot control my character's ideas either. I'm breaking down the base I built as best as I can. Because I don't know how to do this stuff, but I'm breaking down everything as much as I can. Because this ain't... But I mean, look what I did with my ability. Whatever ability, even if it's just being here playing Minecraft. This is what I built. I made a farm. I made an animal pen for everybody else to get their animals from. I brought the flowers over here. I put a wall around the library and enchantment table. I built the sugarcane farm. I did all that. What did the main head do? This nonsense right here. How does it help anybody else? Who made the safe base in the Nether? I did. No, I actually built the majority of that. We're trying to keep these folks alive. Oh dear. I didn't stay alive along with them. That was interesting. That was fun. The folks that I did have fun with and that I did appreciate, I do thank you. Zombie and Angel, thank you. I'm sorry it has to be this way. It's just like, it's not fair to people trying to control me. You can't cut away my care, my culture, my heritage just to make yourselves feel better and you have control of me. That's not something you can keep doing. You've been doing that for, your ancestors have been doing it for this entire time and they're still doing it now and that's still bullshit and that's not right. So no. It's just not something that any of y'all should ever do, and I'm just not gonna work with that. I'm just not. I almost cared about this place, you know? I actually like some of the friends here I made. There's no point of me being here if you can't accept me in the way that I am. There's no point in me having this space that I built to share. This entire inn that I built to share, like I built this, I had to build a whole entire inn back here so that everybody can kind of have a chance to at least put their stuff here if they need a place when they don't have when they just get started. Wasn't in use quite yet, but it was gonna be there. But I had this here. I built this. I took the time to build this. And then another, I made that entire base in another. I made that. I did that. If we were to have the same power and the code the same place, I would do the same thing to help everybody out as much as we can because I know what it's like to be left standing alone and having no one there to help you and having everybody treat you as if you're some monster just for being different for them, for being bigger than them, for being something else other than them. I'm human too. I'm just as human as you are. I have the right to have these ideas and work on them and talk about them just as much as you. And I'm allowed to have this character because I told you it's just much more well thought out and probably a much better idea or a different idea compared to y'all's at this rate who's doing just the same thing someone else is already doing. Oh. Oh, it doesn't break anything, but that's still neat though. So yeah, I'm taking down my stuff. I'm taking down my things that I built to share. Because y'all wanted to be selfish jerks and could try to control my character. Control my writing. And then you still try to benefit off of the things that I brought here for y'all. The ideas that I worked on, the promotion that I brought to this place, to this server as much as I could. Because y'all thought that you guys I was just too much. My character just has, if you want to have 3, I just give my character about 6 extra lives. My character has the ability to revive other characters. You guys have the ability to do the same thing with a little book you found, just like you had copied off of a dream. My character has their own original concept of how they already are able to do that. That has been the case for such a long, long time. Before I was even here, my character has been set here older in another place, and it works in a different operation and compared to how it was just like, this is several different ideas built into one, operating in a sense that exists and is just as cool. My ideas are cool. They are neat. They are worth being shared in the way that they are. And you guys have no right to take that away from me. You have no right to try to coerce me into some idea that you guys think it should be so much better for me when you guys don't know what's better for me. You don't know what's good for me. You don't know any of that. You have no right to try to act like you have all the power over me. You have no right to do that. Y'all folks have already done that long enough. So I'm taking down my place. I'm taking down the things I made. I'm taking down the places I put together. I'm taking that down. Because this place is worth someone. It's worth people. My ideas are worth people. My efforts, my care are worth people who are able to accept who they are. They're worth people who are able to have different ideas from the norm and able to take that step. That's what this place is worth. It's not worth this bullshit excuses you try to say about trying to control and coerce my character's identity. You have no right to do that. Y'all have no right to do that. This is who and what my character is. This is the thing that I thought about and brought together with my time. These are the things I put together, that I built and shared with y'all, because I just want to have people to coexist with in the ways that we are. And y'all know I got something. Making me write all of a sudden, like, in the next, like, oh yeah, you can do this. I was like, okay. And I'm like, fine, but like, you can't just have me be like your writer, but then don't let me have my writing written the way it needs to be. You cannot try to undertake the entire concept of this channel when I'm taking the time to feature content from your place that you guys have no one else actually seem to be doing quite yet. That's bullshit. That is actual bullshit. Bullshit that's just not worth my time, not worth my effort. It's not worth me caring. It's not worth me thinking of ideas for a place like this. It's not worth that. If you can't accept me for the character I decided and worked hard to be, that I suffered and made sure that I have my ideas thought out well enough to be, and you just throw it off the table because you say, oh no, it's not going to work. You're doing the same thing. Or if I have too much power, I'm not even going to look what I did with my power. I built places to share with other folks. Worked hard to build a community. And even if you take all those characters' concepts away, it's still literally just me. I will still pretty much be able to do the same thing with just my words. And you'll find another whole excuse to get rid of me. Because that's what people have always been doing with me. Because I actually care. Because I actually want to listen to other folks. And because I'm actually somewhat different. And because I'm also kind of much bigger than y'all. That's the thing. Like I said, I've seen stories, I've written stories, I've seen several stories like before, and I'm just like, you guys just want to do the same thing with something I was already doing well enough on its own. Unless you can add a better twist to it, I ain't impressed. And it takes a lot to impress me, and I ain't all that impressed. I mean, like I said, what I mean by like I didn't like Dream SMP all that much. I was like I want to be there because it's just like the cool idea of playing with others, being a character that is just an expression of yourself and your and concepts and stuff that you think about. That's something I kind of like thrive for, and I would like to have as well. But for some reason, people just say I know I can do it because I have like ID characters who are just like well fitting, stronger, or like not like them, basically. And I'm just like, I, then you won't have me. You won't have the things I built. You won't have the ideas I thought up. You won't have the time and care I had trying to get here. You won't have any of that. Because, oh my god, you can't have that. And then say, you can't take stuff from me and then say to me, oh, can you do this thing? I'm like, no, that's bullshit. No, hell no. Y'all can't have that. That's not okay, and that's not how it's gonna work. I actually cared. I actually wanted to have fun. I actually wanted to play with others, and I had fun here. But you can't go on controlling my ideas, acting like you're not doing the exact same thing in a way that's already being done. Because you just say, I'm not gonna be like, I already know I'm not like, honey, I'm black, I'm a woman, I'm a neurodivergent. They don't like me. People don't like me already. I know. I've experienced that. I have years of mental trauma because of that. I have literal traumatic responses because of that. I'm just trying to find a place to be. I'm just trying to find a place to be and coexist with others. And you just want to say, I can't do that in the way that I am. Okay, Eddie. Welcome. If you're there, that is. No, that's just a notification. That's quaint. So yeah. I'm not something to be controlled, and you're not going to control my ideas and comments that I took the time to work hard for. So I'm just taking down the things I made, just taking down the things I put up. Just kind of messing up a good bit, because I worked hard to get these things here, and next thing you know, they're just like, no, you can't be like this. That's too much. I'm like, this is what I am. I kind of can't stop being born what I already am, you know. You guys already hate me for being born. So yeah. I ain't gonna tolerate this bullshit. This place ain't worth me. This place ain't worth what I do. It ain't worth it. It ain't what it could have been coming from me. It ain't worth that. So I'm taking down my things and I'm heading out. I'll just have to find another place, because I know full well it's going to be real difficult for me to find a place that actually accepts me and my character in the way that it is. It's going to be real hard to do that. I know that for sure, because yeah, no. I've been through that a lot. Several times. This is not the first time something like this has happened. They're not the first time I say that you can't do this with your character. This is my character. This is my idea. This is my natural character. You can't just take away the thing that makes them who they are. You can't do that. You can't control me. And I'm not gonna let you try. But that ain't right. So I'm taking down the things I made. Also, I'll also try to figure out how to get redstone to work, which kind of worked out a little bit. A little bit. I still don't know how it works exactly, but there we go. Yeah, I'm just breaking down all the things I have and breaking down the things I put together. Yes, they can go away. They can go away. And I could probably start talking to them about this thing, because nobody was here to hear me and that. I'm like, oh, jeez, yeah, as if that wasn't new. Well, anyway, probably get started with that. Let's put the drama rolling even further. And it's like, I'm gonna just keep it real, because I can't be like putting up the front with something that's like no. This is something that is mine, yes. This is something that I am, yes. This is what I am, yes. You can't have that. You can't try to take that all away from me just because whatever I am. It's just like, I'm naturally this, bruh. That ain't right, bruh. That ain't fair. And that ain't happening. I ain't pulling with that bullshit. Nope. Nope. All this coming down. All this is coming down. All this is blowing out. Yes, yes. I'll figure these things out. And I will find a place that accepts me and my character in a way that it's made and designed to be. As I said, I'd give them the opportunity to let's discuss the possibilities, because it's like, yeah, no, I know this is a game breaker, but I'm just like, you guys only played this one kind of game. How could you play not play anything else? And not accept anything else? And act like, oh, you're looking for something new. Honey, I am the new. I am the different. Hey. That's cute. Well, anyway. I guess I'm starting to kind of peeping out for a bit. Well, it's fun while it lasted, I guess. Bye, y'all. I'm sorry for what there could have or could not have been. I'm sorry for those who aren't having a chance to get in. I'm sorry for those who could have been friends. But I ain't sorry to those who tried to box me in. I'm already born outside the box. I ain't gonna be forced in. No, I'm kind of
this, nothing with it. Why does this still go on like that? Why is it still going like that? Where'd it go? I am very confused. But anyway, yes, I destroyed the place that I built, that I worked hard to put together. Yes, yes, that I put together myself, extended to share and help others, help bring the stuff that I put in. I am letting it all go because the main folks that be trying to box me in aren't worth it anyway. Yes, not worth it anyway. Giving me a bunch of bull and claims that really aren't true anyway. Selfish ways. My character is basically kind of immortal, has an immortal persona that kind of gives him immortality, and can revive other characters with a price. That's just how it is. That's just how I've been. That's just what it is. You're not gonna traumatize me again, because I know that I'm worth it. I am worth the time and care to be this way, and with my ideas and my hair, I am worth it. And y'all ain't worth it, 'cause you don't respect this, so you ain't gonna get this. That's just how it is. I'm tired of this biz. We're not playing games with this. Nope. That's already been overdone. Yes. Yes. Yes, yes. All going away. Call me petty, that's bullshit. You try to live like I am. You try to be true. You try to be accepted for who you are and get things just thrown back at you. And you still keep trying. You still keep trying. But just remember, you are worth it. You are worth your ideas. You are allowed to be as you are. And that is okay. We are allowed to coexist. And the way that we truly exist, we are allowed to be this way. We are allowed to live okay. We are allowed to be different and live in other ways. We are allowed. We are alive. And it's okay. And it's not worth it. Other people try to take that away. So, and if they try to take that away, they aren't worth it anyway. That's just how it is. That's just how it's gotta be. Because there ain't no more excuses anymore, you see. No more excuses. No more not like this. Nope. Not worth it, you see. Not worth this whole clean. They're not worth it. They just ain't worth it. Eight. Eight, eight. I'm just taking these down. Breaking these down. 'Cause my builds ain't worth it. My things ain't worth it. If they ain't gonna respect it. Nope. They just ain't worth it. Nope. No bullshit excuses. Nope. Just not worth it. Nope. You can call me all these things, but it's already been through worses. Wow, this thing works really fast. This is so neat. Yes. These people just ain't worth it. They just are just not worth it. You can't be doing this shit and act like you still worth it. Cause you not, if you be doing that shit. But that ain't no respect. Nope. That ain't respectful. That just ain't worth it. You ain't worth the time. You ain't worth the care. You can't respect how big my hair. So you just ain't worth it. Y'all just ain't worth it. I worked hard to get this here. But you just cannot let me win. And that's not okay. And this time, I can go away. Those abilities are there so my character can always escape and survive. That's just how it is. All this time, because just like this is, we all die every time. But they just don't like us. That's just how it's been. I'm just trying to live in sweet and peace then. And no, they make all these excuses. Act like living is a sin just because it's just different. And that's not okay. That's really messed up. Y'all really messed up. Y'all really messed up. And it's on you. Cause it seems like you haven't knew. So I'm taking down all my things that used to make me hope and sing. But now just think the pain it brings when it's like this. I just can't have this, it ain't worth it. Cause you just cannot respect the person. Nope. You just cannot respect the person. Nope. You don't make it that easy. That's just all it needs to me. Y'all don't get that. Cause y'all don't give that. Y'all ain't worth it. Cause you don't work it. Y'all ain't worth it. Cause y'all don't work it. Cause y'all ain't worth it. Nope. 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 Y'all ain't worth it. Nope. Oh, that's where they come from. They just ain't worth it. Nope. Not gonna work it. Nope. Let's hurry up, let's go. Oh, yay. Not worth it. It's just not worth it. All that work I put in. Just not worth it. Nope. Taking back all my things that I worked hard to bring. Taking down all my things. Cause y'all have hurt this. So y'all ain't worth it. 'Cause y'all are selfish. But that's just how it gets it. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Once again, I say goodbye. Once again, I say goodnight. The things that were worthless, 'cause they never heard this. Once again, I just can't fight. But they make excuses and think they're right. And that's just worthless. And they had heard this. But they're not worth it. Bye. Mm, mm, mm-hmm. I can let they can control me. That was cute. It's that same thing, that same bull people be pulling. It ain't nothing new. It ain't nothing new. And it's just a bunch of bull. Mm-mm. 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 But yeah, this is probably gonna happen a couple of times until I find a good place. It's been like this for a while. But I won't give up. There's some place out there that could be just as cool. This place is actually pretty cool. It's just very big, so I don't know. I don't know. Oh no no. Oh no no. But yeah, I did demolish my thingies. I demolished my things. Took down the base I made. Took down that base I made. Took down the other base I made and some other things I built. And I had to put back some of those stuff I actually kind of somehow got destroyed. A little bit, but it's just put back. Something's put back. But yeah. I have to then probably have to go finish up now. Why are good people so hard to find? No, they're not all that hard to find. No, they're pretty hard to find. It depends. But we'll get there in the end. But yeah, folks, today was a bit of a downer and a bit... Sorry about that. It's just how it kind of has been for me, at least. But yeah. I gotta kind of head out, so... I got a lot of homework I had to kind of keep doing. And stuff. But I'll be streaming tomorrow, maybe. Another episode of this. I'm fixing my house over there. Put something together and try to go out and explore for a bit. Because there are people of another place around here. I just have to try and interact. The reason what makes this place different is that this place is bigger, wider, popular, a lot more people. And the place is very small. Very small. Just starting out still. We'll see. But yeah, guys, I gotta head out. Thanks for joining me when you did. I'm gonna let y'all go off to raid a place or something. Yeah, I'll fill some. That's nice. I'll send you the elf over there. Thank you for coming by if you did. Now say goodbye. Amen. Bye bye. Oh dear.